When we picture wildlife, most of us think of forests, deserts, and the wide savannas, not neon lit crosswalks or subway stations. But some of the most resourceful and resilient animals aren't lurking in the wilderness, they're thriving in our cities. From raccoons raiding garbage cans in alleyways to falcons hunting pigeons from skyscrapers, urban animals are the true underdogs of the modern age. You might be surprised to know that some species not only survive the chaos of city life, they've adapted to it better than ever. These unlikely urbanites have turned our concrete jungles into their personal playgrounds, transforming the way we view both cities and nature itself. Let's take a walk through the hidden wildlife scene unfolding just beyond the crosswalk. At first glance, cities seem like the worst possible place for animals. Loud noises, traffic pollution, and an endless stream of people. What's appealing about that? Quite a bit, it turns out. For many animals, cities offer three key advantages: food, shelter, and relative safety from their natural predators. Leftovers from restaurants, household garbage, and park litter provide a nearly endless buffet. Buildings mimic cliffs and caves, warm subway grates and covered storm drains offer shelter from the cold, and with large predators like wolves and mountain lions driven out long ago, smaller animals have fewer threats to worry about. Urban areas also tend to have more stable temperatures year-round thanks to the urban heat island effect, making them especially attractive during winter. And since humans inadvertently provide new habitats, like green roofs, sewer systems, and city parks, wild animals have become the ultimate opportunists. But don't let their success fool you. City life isn't easy. Animals that make it in the metropolis are often the most intelligent, adaptable, and bold members of their species, and some of them are giving even the most seasoned city dwellers a run for their money. Let's start with the most iconic city slickers, the raccoon. With their masked face and dexterous paws, raccoons have earned a reputation as urban outlaws. But behind their trash raiding antics lies serious brain power. Studies show raccoons can remember solutions to tasks for at least 3 years, comparable to the memory of some primates. They're escape artists, too. In fact, raccoons have been caught on security cameras opening latches, turning knobs, and even solving puzzles to get what they want. Cities like Toronto, Chicago, and New York have seen an explosion in raccoon populations, prompting some areas to install raccoon-proof trash bins, though the raccoons often just view these as fun new puzzles. From the alley to the sky, our next city dweller is a bird with a deadly reputation, the peregrine falcon, known as the fastest animal on Earth. Peregrines can reach speeds over 200 miles per hour in a hunting dive, and they've found the perfect hunting grounds in urban skylines. Skyscrapers provide perfect substitutes for the tall cliffs peregrines once called home. Instead of swooping down on forest prey, they now target urban pigeons and starlings. In fact, many major cities, including Chicago, New York, and London, have breeding peregrine populations. Their story is also one of remarkable conservation. Once critically endangered due to the pesticide use, peregrine falcons have bounced back dramatically. Thanks to protection efforts and the unexpected refuge of city towers, in some cities, building managers even set up nesting boxes on rooftops to help them raise their young. Down at street level, another cunning creature is making itself right at home, one that's just as stealthy but a whole lot furrier. Foxes aren't just country animals anymore. In many urban areas, especially in the UK, parts of Europe, and North America, foxes have learned to coexist with humans, often more closely than we realize. They're nocturnal experts, appearing after midnight to silently roam backyards, parks, and even school grounds. Their slender bodies, silent steps, and keen sense of smell make them perfect city explorers. Some even learn to wait at pedestrian crossings and use underpasses to avoid traffic. One of the most famous examples comes from London, where urban foxes have become so common that they've sparked debates about whether they should be considered pests or neighbors. Some locals feed them, others fear them, but one thing is clear: foxes have carved out a comfortable niche in the city. Their diet helps too. Foxes are opportunist feeders, which means they'll snack on almost anything, from berries and bugs to discarded fast food. Not all city wildlife is as majestic or photogenic. Some creatures are a little more controversial. Think rats, pigeons, and seagulls, often dismissed as pets, but actually incredible urban survivors. Rats are perhaps the ultimate city dwellers. They've adapted to live in sewers, basements, and alleyways, often navigating complex mazes to find food. Despite their bad rap, rats are intelligent, social, and capable of learning tricks. They're often the first species to colonize abandoned buildings or construction sites, earning the nickname shadow residents. Pigeons, meanwhile, were once prized messenger birds and domesticated companions. Their urban takeover is less a rebellion and more a homecoming. These birds originally nested on cliff faces, so the city ledges are a perfect substitute. Plus, there's always someone in the park tossing breadcrumbs. Then there are seagulls, often spotted miles from the sea, raiding parking lots and drive-thrus. Cities provide a constant stream of discarded snacks and open dumpsters, so gulls have grown bolder and louder in their pursuit of fries and pizza crusts. These animals may not be glamorous, but they're key players in the urban ecosystem, helping break down waste and keeping insect populations in check. While some animals have long made cities their home, others are recent arrivals, venturing in from surrounding areas as development spreads. In many U.S. cities, coyotes have become unexpectedly common. Once limited to deserts and plains, coyotes now patrol the edges of cities like Los Angeles and Chicago, scavenging for food and controlling rodent populations. They're cautious and generally avoid people, but sightings have increased as urban sprawl pushes deeper into their territory. In suburban areas, deer are frequent visitors, often seen grazing on lawns or wandering across roads at dawn. Cities in the Pacific Northwest, for example, have reported deer calmly strolling through neighborhoods, seemingly unbothered by the bustle. Even bears, wild turkeys, and bobcats have made brief appearances in city suburbs, reminding us just how thin the line is between civilization and wilderness. With animals popping up in more cities worldwide, a big question emerges. How do we share space with wildlife? The key lies in coexistence and conscious design. Urban planners are beginning to incorporate wildlife corridors, green roofs, and native plantings to support urban ecosystems. Wildlife-friendly structures can include everything from bat boxes and pollinator gardens to turtle-friendly crossings and bird-safe glass on skyscrapers. Urban wildlife isn't just surviving in our cities. It's thriving, adapting, and even innovating. These animals aren't invaders, they're co-residents, each with their own strategies for navigating the same concrete maze we call home. And who knows, maybe the rulers of the city aren't wearing suits or carrying briefcases, but feathers, fur, and claws. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this wild look into city-dwelling creatures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a fact-packed adventure. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and keep an eye on that alley. You never know who's living there.